All right, gang. Try to make this quick. Another little update. Out here in the garage messing around, about to go in the house. Oh, where do we start? Ain't gonna lie. I don't even know where it left off. Per usual. I know I said that in about a million of these videos, but I'm gonna just give a quick update on stuff. So, yes, that is the Duramax door panel. It is apart right now. Turns out we had a warranty on the door handle, so I shipped that off. They're saying depending on what's wrong with the setup, because it's a two-piece setup, depending on what's wrong with it will determine how long it takes for me to get it back. So fingers crossed, it's the lesser of the two, and it'll be a few days, and they'll ship it back to me. We'll be in the game, because we have two big shows at the end of this month that I'm trying to be in attendance for. So, that is that. As far as the dirty, oh, I lied. Her tune setup is in the works as well. So the device has made it to the tuner. We discussed some tunes and numbers and whatnot and goals. I still need to take the truck apart to actually put the upgrades on for the said tunes. So who knows when that's gonna happen. I was trying to wait until the other vehicle got here, and then I would drive that around and then go ahead and take the truck apart. So as you can see, it's still not here. So yeah, that's that on that. I'm in here messing with the blower engine. So I just pulled all of her lifters and trays. And surprisingly, after what this engine has been through, they all looked great. I got them in there. They're soaking. That's really what I wanted to do. It just hit me randomly. I was like, man, this thing has been sitting dry for I don't know how long. There's oil in it now because I painted it. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the lifters out, get them soaking, because I don't know how long it's gonna be until I actually get to actually working on this thing. So went ahead and pulled them, got them soaking. The engine has been painted. I don't know if it was painted on the last video, but it's Diana's color. So what do they call it? Blue metallic granite metallic, something like that. Anyways, this thing is going to mirror Diana. They're gonna be twins. Polished chrome wheels, fat lip in the back, blower setup, yada, yada, yada. So, also the heads are off. They're in the backyard. I soaked them in buckets of fuel for a few days. And then I finally pulled them a couple days ago, hit them with the wire wheel, with the drill setup right here. I'm not done with them. I still have some more work to do. I got some new drill attachments when I bought the oil just now to do this. So we're gonna hit it with this, and hopefully that'll clean up the ports and whatnot, get those looking good. And then I'll hit the outside a little bit more. I've been spraying it down with some Purple Power, the Extreme. So hopefully that'll come out. I'm not sure when I'll have time to get around to actually doing that, because I have plans for tomorrow night, Friday night. I might be able to get to it, actually, now I think about it. So fingers crossed on that. Anyways, high ram has also been painted. Diana's color turned out great. Really happy with how this turned out. Just gotta clean my burst panel back up. I had it taped off. It's a little muggy now, but it should clean up pretty good. And then, yeah, that's pretty much, oh, I don't know if I had the blower done around then or not either. So just in case, I polished the blower. This thing was pretty bad when I first got it. And I just finally made time to go ahead and polish it. I did it all by hand, nothing crazy, no machine, no orbital wheel or whatever the heck. Yeah, it turned out really, really good. I don't want to make this look like it's brand new because it is very old. It's an old school blower. I want to keep those vibes and stuff going. So you'll see some pitting and whatnot in here. I'm going to leave that because she is old. And, you know, I wanted to show that the truck is old, you know. I don't want this to be no resto mod or, you know, none of that stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, it's gonna have some new stuff on it, but I don't want this to be too nice. If you ever paid attention to any of my builds, really, I make things nice, but not perfect nice because I use my vehicles. Diana gets driven every day. To the floor almost 85% of the time I'm driving it. The Camaro was the same way. It had its flaws, but it ran good. And, my main focus is for it to be, mechanically sound and whatnot. And I'll make it pretty later if I keep it. This ain't going nowhere. So this is definitely going to get made pretty. But yeah, I'm not gonna do it too much to the point to where I don't want to use it, if that makes sense. So that's been cleaned up. So this is gonna stay like this. No paint's going on the blower, no paint's going on the intercooler. So we'll have painted block, not polished, but chrome, gray, silver-ish heads, and then painted high ram, and then polished stuff on top. And then the throttle bodies that I'm gonna put on, they're also gonna be shiny. And then the blower hat is to be determined. It's gonna be a while before I get that anyways, because I'm gonna be honest, I can't afford them. They're stupid expensive. So that's later on. I'm not sure what to do with their transmission, to be honest with you. I obviously don't want to leave it looking like this. I might just get the dirt and grime off of it and just send it, honestly. I don't want to paint it because, any color that I would do would kind of stand out. So if I could get it back clean to the case aluminum like it's supposed to be, like that tail shaft, I'll let it ride. So that's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm pretty sure I'll do more on the other car if it ever shows up, and then yeah, we'll go through that and do that. I've just been doing small stuff here and there to try to keep some sort of progress going on this truck because I don't want it to sit. I do want to finish it, even though I keep adding distractions on for myself. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we got. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, to be honest with you, but I honestly just want to build this whole engine setup on the stand. I gotta get valve covers and rocker arms, and then I can measure for push rod length. And then with all of that, the engine would be complete technically. Like, it could run wise. And then I would have to get a balancer for the blower setup. And then once I get a balancer that I can bolt the blower pulley on, then I can start figuring out belt length, a tensioner for the blower. It's just more and more money, honestly, but it'll start getting real close. And then I'll need the management system to run this thing like this, which is a lot of money. Some hose, I have a tank, and I have a Hellcat fuel pump that I can use for the time being to make this setup work, just to hear it run. But that's not what it's gonna run on because that's an external fuel pump setup and a Hellcat pump is a internal. So obviously that's not gonna work. But like I said, I will rig it to hear this thing fire off. I don't care. But we'll get there when we get there. For the time being, though, hopefully the other car shows up, and then we'll have that to keep us occupied while we keep trying to save money to put this thing together. Diana content will be coming up soon, like I said. And then, yeah, we'll get that thing torn apart. Lots of videos will be on that. I also want to get a door speaker amp for it because it's kind of loud. I mean, it does all right, and it's loud enough for me. I can hear the words, but, I have had some people sitting there like, oh, man, the bass kind of drowns the words out. I'm like, I can hear it just fine, and I got terrible hearing, but whatever. It needs to be done anyways to be done correctly, so I got big door speakers. I might as well put them to work, so that's on the list. This door handle thing was really what was killing me. I'm not going to lie to you, so having this handle and getting this handle will be a big relief, but still got a ways to go and a lot of stuff to do on that truck. I got a lot of parts in that room that needs to go on that truck, so bear with me. It's also raining, so like the weather took a dive. It was warming up, and I was actually like thinking about it and amping myself up to take the truck apart, even though It's so hard for me because I want to drive that thing every day, everywhere, but I gotta down it so I can do what I gotta do. So, yeah, hopefully the weather picks back up and then we can do that again. Well, we can not do it again, but we can get started on it. Go ahead, tear her apart. Right now, she's just hogging up the driveway, just waiting for her turn. Turbo and a whole lot of other stuff has to come off of this thing though to get cracking and get it right. So until then, I'm gonna try to leave it alone and just let her chill out. But that's what we got going on. We'll see what happens and all of that good stuff. But for now, this is how we sitting, this is how we looking. I will catch y'all on the next update.